Welcome to the Rehash, where this presenter is running out of similes and metaphors to degrade himself with. Another week and another video discussing the atrocities that are happening in the world. Some truly sad stuff in the episode this week. Question of the week. Do you think we can go a week without mentioning gun violence in America? Comment now and then check back at the end of the video and see if you were right. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with this one. The first story comes from Queensland, Australia, where police search for a former teacher who was 78 years old named Leslie Trotter. Ms. Trotter was reported missing from her Brisbane home on March 28, and it's believed that her body was stuffed into a wheelie bin and then taken away by a garbage truck. Police combed through piles and piles of rubbish to try and find her body, but unfortunately to no avail. That's actually really cooked. Everyone go check on your nan right now. Pause the video, give them a call. That is, of course, if they're still alive and you speak with them. Both of my nans are dead, so I don't have to worry, but I'm worrying about yours. On April 20 at 10:15 p.m, a Russian Su-34 aircraft, a twin-engine fighter bomber, dropped a bomb on the city of Belgorod. The bomb fell at an intersection of the central streets and left a crater with a radius of 20 meters. Royal Australian Air Force officer Peter Leighton said the incident was odd for a few reasons. Leighton said that ordnance like the bomb are normally released in a safe mode, so they don't detonate, whereas this one did. Secondly, pilots usually jettison bombs in unpopulated areas, and where the bomb hit suggests accuracy. Finally, a warplane would be expected to jettison all munitions, not just one. Little bit sus. Over to Japan, who are becoming a hot topic in the last few weeks, and in Yokosuka City, it was announced this week that it will be using ChatGPT to help with admin tasks. The government has given permission to all of its employees to use the chatbot to summarize sentences, check spelling errors, and create ideas. They're truly living in the future over there. Over to Korea, and on Wednesday night, K-pop idol Moonbin of the popular band Astro was found dead by his manager in his home in Seoul. Moonbin was only 25 years old, and it appears he's taken his own life. It's truly sad to see that someone who can put such a big smile on and provide safe space for his fans had so much going on in the background and no one knew. If you are feeling this way, reach out to friends, family. I will leave some links in the description and in the pinned comments. Okay, on to the last story. Now, did you remember to comment if we'd hear about gun violence in America this week? Well, let me tell you, I've got a 2-for-1 for you. 84-year-old homeowner Andrew Lester from Kansas will face charges of assault in the first degree and armed criminal action after shooting 16-year-old Ralph Yarl in the head after he knocked on his door searching for his younger siblings to come home from what he believed was a friend's house. Lester said that he feared for his safety when he shot through the door and into the head of the teenager, who rang the doorbell and knocked on the door just trying to find his siblings. Clay County prosecuting attorney Zachary Thompson said, "I can tell you there was a racial component to the case." However, he later added that hate crime charges are a lower level felony in Missouri, and to add such charges could constitute double jeopardy. There was a probable cause document released by the authorities that suggests race was not involved in this situation at all. And in another case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time, 2 cheerleaders in Texas were shot in a supermarket parking lot when one entered the car that she thought was her own, only to find a stranger in the passenger seat. When Heather Roth got spooked, she quickly jumped out and got back into her friend's car, and the man got out of his vehicle and approached, put his hands up, pulled out a gun, and opened fire. Roth was grazed by the bullet, but her teammate Peyton Washington, who's only 18, was shot in the leg and the back. Police later arrested a suspect, 25-year-old Pedro Tello Rodriguez Jr. Fortunately, Peyton won't be able to compete in upcoming events, but her team said they're going to do it for her. Well, there you have it. Did you comment right? Let's be honest. It's a no-brainer. There's pretty much some kind of gun violence in America every single day. It's actually insane. I originally started this to meme on things like that because of how ridiculous it is, but I realized how serious it's gotten so fast, and it's just insane. Thank you guys so much for watching the Rehash this week. Like I said, pretty sad stuff this week. Again, remember, reach out if you are having those kind of thoughts. I have nothing more to say this week. Peace.